Would please turn your attention to the side of the room and please help me welcome my co-host for this evening, our current reigning Miss Fayette County, Raegan Mullins. Please give her a warm welcome. All right, so as the girls are coming up, let me give you a little idea of how this started. The Fair Board decided that we would add the Little Miss contest this year. These little ladies range in age from 5 to 9, right? So, contestant number 1, Little Miss Chloe, sponsored by Siler Automotive Center.
Contestant number 2, Little Miss Raegan, sponsored by Oak and Barley Boutique.
Contestant number 3, Little Miss Kahmyrah, sponsored by Integrity Metal.
Contestant number 4, Little Miss Raelyn, sponsored by the Tucker family.
Contestant number 5, Little Miss Sadie, sponsored by CEI Corporation.
Contestant number 6, Little Miss Ivy, sponsored by the Garci family.
Contestant number 7, Little Miss Keegan, sponsored by Central Auto Parts.
Contestant number 8, Little Miss Emma, sponsored by Central Auto Parts.
Contestant number 9, Little Miss Jayla, sponsored by the Dunaway family.
Contestant number 10, Little Miss Kyleigh, sponsored by Lainhart's Water Care.
Contestant number 11, Little Miss Brianna, sponsored by the Ellis family. Correction, that was Audrey Carpenter. That was contestant number 12. So who do we... Contestant number 13, Little Miss Kelly, sponsored by the Daniel Farm.
Contestant number 14, Little Miss Ariana, sponsored by Floor Dogs.
Contestant number 15, Miss Hazley, sponsored by Whitewater Trucking.
Contestant number 16, Little Miss Katie, sponsored by the Miller family.
Contestant number 17, Little Miss Avery, sponsored by Doolin's Body Shop.
Contestant number 18, Little Miss Layla, sponsored by Wendy's.
Give them another round of applause. Ladies, if I could have all my Little Miss contestants come back to the stage. I think the results are in. Please give them another round of applause as we bring up all of our Little Miss contestants.
Our 2023 Little Miss Fayette County is contestant number 4, Raelyn Tucker.
Welcome to the 65th Annual Fayette County Free Fair Queen Contest. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Tara Madden, and it is my absolute pleasure to be hosting this contest this evening. I have to brag on these girls and tell you that I am so excited. This group has been such a fun group. I have had a great time getting to know them this week. They have worked hard, they have listened well, they have cheered each other on, and it is just, as an adult, it has been so refreshing and inspiring to see them come together, and I think you're just gonna be as amazed and in awe of them as I've been this week, because they truly are outstanding. Any single one of these young ladies, I would feel confident to be our queen and do a fabulous job and then go on and represent us so well at the state competition. So to all of the parents, the grandparents, aunts, uncles, extended family, friends, to anybody that's been part of the village that has helped to raise and shape the lives of these young ladies, give yourselves a round of applause and a big thank you from me, because you have some outstanding young ladies and role models in these 7 lovely contestants. In just a little over an hour, we are going to be selecting the new 2023 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen, along with a first runner-up, a second runner-up, and Miss Congeniality to reign over our fair this year. Now, before we get started, I have just a couple of quick housekeeping details. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, if you could please make sure that that is on silence or turn that off. That way we don't have any unexpected interruptions or distractions. I know the girls would appreciate that as well. And then secondly, while I know you all have your favorite candidate or candidates, if you would please share your applause with all of our lovely young ladies. Again, I know they will appreciate that. It will just help calm some nerves and put them at ease so that they can give you their best presentation. All right, without further ado, if you would, please join me in turning your attention to the back corner of the room as we prepare to meet our 7 beautiful contestants for the first time. They're going to be wearing their khaki pants and lavender t-shirts, which were sponsored and printed by Lisa Copeland of Central Tees right here in Connersville, Indiana. Ladies,
Good evening and welcome to the 2023 Fayette County Queen Contest. I'm Harlee Dunaway, contestant number 1, and I'm proudly sponsored by Danny Girl's Farmhouse Restaurant. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Grace Kelly. I'm contestant number 2, and I'm happily sponsored by Kappa.
Hi, I'm Badore. I'm contestant number 3, and I'm proudly sponsored by Pavey's Country Store.
Hello, I'm contestant number 4, Judd, and I'm thrilled to be sponsored by Union Savings and Loan.
Good evening. My name is Keeaffaber. I'm contestant number 5, and I'm proudly sponsored by the Connersville Veterinary Clinic. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Victoria Caldwell. I'm contestant number 6, and I'm honored to be sponsored by Wolf Creek Farms Accounting. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kaylee Hauger. I'm contestant number 7, and I am proudly sponsored by Dr. Marszalek. We are all so excited to be here tonight, and we hope you enjoy your evening. Thank you.
All right, there you have it, your first meeting of our 7 lovely contestants. Did I not tell you? They were amazing. Give them another round of applause, please. Now, per a tradition which I believe began around 1993, would you please help me give a warm welcome to another outstanding and beautiful young lady, my co-host for this evening, the reigning 2022 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen, Raegan Mullins. Raegan? Thank you, thank you. So glad to have you with me tonight. Well, I'm getting ready for this next round of the competition, which is probably the most nerve-wracking for the girls because we are going to prepare to meet them in their business, and they're going to have to answer an impromptu question during this part of the competition. So while I'm getting set up for that, would you share with the crowd a little bit about what you've done since being crowned queen, please?
So after I was crowned Fair Queen last year, I was so nervous, but we got right into it during Fair Week. I am so grateful that I had so many people here today to support me during that because I truly had no clue what I was doing. But it was such an amazing week and one of the best weeks of my life, and I'm so glad that I could get closer to my community and really see especially the impact that 4-H has on our youth and the future of Connersville. After that, I started going to school at Ball State University, which was something else I was super nervous for, but it also turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. I love it there. And during January of this year, I got to compete at state, which was something else you don't understand what it's like until you're there. It's so nerve-wracking, but I am so excited for this year to be there for our queen as a mentor, and hopefully they can have just as good as a time as I did.
So Raegan, I know, being queen, it was a whirlwind. You had Fair Week, and then you went on to Ball State in the fall. And I have to brag on this young lady because I know she's not going to brag on herself. Raegan was selected as the outstanding sophomore student of Ball State University. Give her a round of applause. So I'm curious. I know you're involved in lots of things, but can you give us a little insight into kind of what led up to you being selected, or what things were you involved with that maybe played a role in you being selected for such a prestigious award?
Well, in my department, I'm a criminology and criminal justice major. So my department selected me, which basically was just having a high GPA, which I've been on the dean's list twice. Hopefully I'm for all 4 years. But I've also joined a lot of extracurriculars. I've joined my sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, which I'm so happy to be part of. And I was part of several other organizations, such as the Riley Dance Marathon. That's at a lot of high schools around here, if some of you may have been a part of that before. But it's so rewarding. And I was also part of a program that Ball State has called College Mentors for Kids, where I was essentially a teacher. I was a general manager, and I taught groups of kids that specifically come from more underdeveloped schools, and that was just so amazing. I've never really been a kid person, as bad as that sounds, but I was able to develop relationships with these kids, and honestly, going to school, I've been able to be a part of so much that has helped me grow as a person.
What a good role model for those young people to have Raegan to look up to as she was mentoring for those children. Now, I know you mentioned briefly the dance marathon. Tell us a little more about, when I was in school at IU, it was a 24-hour event. Is it still a 24-hour event? Tell us a little more about that, and tell us a little more about why do universities and schools do that? Who benefits from the proceeds from that dance marathon?
So essentially the money from the Riley Dance Marathon goes to the palliative care for kids at Riley Hospital, which essentially it'll give them like toys and experiences that help them as they're going through end-of-life care specifically. But of course, there are so many kids that have been through this and received things from Riley Dance Marathon that have gone on to live amazing lives, and they actually get to come out to Riley Dance Marathon if they're in good health, and that was so fun to see. But this year we raised over, I think it was about $300,000 at Ball State, and yeah, like you said, it's not 24 hours anymore, but it's around 10 hours that you're not allowed to sit, you have to stand the whole time, but you get to do so many fun events during it that the time flies by. It's really rewarding. If any of you are college age or are going to go to college soon, check out if your school has Riley Dance Marathon. I suggest it heavily.
Very nice. So again, I know, like I told you earlier, I had the best week getting to know and meet these young ladies. So, and Raegan was right here with me. I'm gonna have her take a minute and tell you a little bit about what went on this week with the ladies. What did they do? What were some of the things that they used to prepare for tonight? And I'm just gonna have you tell them a little bit about that.
So preparation for this year, they got together here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And basically we went through the entirety of what you're going to see tonight. It was just like last year. It was a shock to me. It was so bittersweet to see. But they have ran through their walk here, their impromptu question, and I bet you'll see how much they practiced tonight. And I have faith that they'll do amazing.
Now, like I said, we were, before the contest, we weren't, but the girls were meeting with the judge for a one-on-one interview. Tell us, was that a little nerve-wracking?
Yeah, they were definitely nervous, but coming out, I feel like it was like this for us last year, but after they come out of those interviews, they were like, wow, that was a breeze. The judge, she was so nice. She made us so comfortable. And I feel like I got the sense that they were confident in their interviews, and I am too.
All right, it looks like we're getting the thumbs up. So like I said, this next round of the competition is probably the most nerve-wracking for the girls because in this little basket, there are some impromptu questions. And so they'll come out in their business and professional wear. They will read their question. I will read their question so that all of you know what the question is, and then they're going to give their answer. We are going to begin with contestant number 1. Harlee Dunaway, sponsored by Daniel Girls Farmhouse Restaurant. Harlee? Harlee, your question is, what does success mean, or what constitutes being successful?
Success means to me whenever you are doing better than you were in the beginning, whether it's just a simple grade change or income change, as long as you're doing better and you feel more confident in yourself. Thank you.
A 2023 graduate of Connersville High School, 18-year-old Harlee is the daughter of Becky Kennedy and Nick Dunaway. While in high school, Harlee was a member of the girls' varsity soccer team, the girls' varsity basketball team, and the CHS track and field team. In addition to helping in the high school office and participating in the early college high school program, Harlee was also a member of FFA, French Club, and Senior Council. In her spare time, Harlee enjoys reading, painting, gardening, and tending to her livestock. She is currently employed at Heritage House Nursing Home, where she thoroughly enjoys leading activities for her residents. Contestant number 1, Harlee Dunaway.
Contestant number 2, Grace Kelly, sponsored by Kappa. Grace? Grace, your question is, do you think boys should have different rules, curfews, etc. than girls?
In my opinion, as a girl, I do not think so. I think as teenagers, we all do dumb things, and I think just because they're boys doesn't mean they have more privileges than us. Thank you.
17-year-old Grace is the daughter of Suzanne and Adam Kelly. This fall, she will be entering her senior year at Connersville High School, where she hopes to not only obtain her high school diploma, but also her associate's degree through the Early College High School program. A member of both the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society, Grace is also a member of the girls' varsity swim and tennis teams and serves as a manager for the girls' soccer team. In her spare time, Grace loves working on the farm, especially with the cows, and enjoys fishing and playing tennis. Contestant number 2, Grace Kelly.
Contestant number 3, Abby Badore, sponsored by Pavey's Country Store. Abby? Abby, your question is, if you were giving a visitor a tour of Connersville, what would you show him or her first?
If I were to give someone a tour of Connersville, I would show them the famous historical museum to show them the start of Connersville, but also to see how we have grown as a community. Thank you.
A 2022 Connersville High School Academic Honors graduate, 19-year-old Abby is the daughter of Jennifer Badore and Zane Badore. While in high school, Abby also earned her Ivy Tech Associate's degree through the Early College High School program and was a member of the National Honor Society, Class Council, and Student Council. In addition to playing varsity softball and golf, Abby was also a member of the diving team. This fall, Abby will be entering her sophomore year at Hanover College, where she is a member of Kappa Alpha Theta, the women's golf team, the biology club, and the feminist club. Contestant number 3, Abby Badore.
Contestant number 4, Eden Judd, sponsored by Union Savings and Loan. Eden? Eden, your question is, what is one of the biggest problems facing youth today?
One of the biggest problems facing youth today is the usage of social media and all the expectations that surround it, and not being able to distinguish the difference between a good role model and a bad one. Thank you.
18-year-old Eden is the daughter of Rob and Carolyn Judd. A 2023 graduate of Connersville High School, Eden was also a member of the Early College High School program, National Honor Society, Class Council, and the CHS Today broadcasting crew. In addition to being a member of the Spartanettes dance team, Eden was also a member of the girls' varsity soccer team in both the advanced choir and vocal jazz ensembles. Outside of school, Eden is a member of the Alpina Methodist Church Youth Group and the Girl Scouts, where she has earned both the bronze and silver awards. Contestant number 4, Eden Judd.
Contestant number 5, Morgan Keaffaber, sponsored by the Connersville Veterinary Clinic. Morgan? Morgan, your question is, if you could visit any place in the world, where would it be and why?
If I could visit any place in the world, I would visit Africa because my favorite animal, the giraffe and the elephants, live there, and I would love to see them in their natural habitat. Thank you.
The daughter of Scott and Amy Keaffaber, 19-year-old Morgan is a 2022 academic honors graduate of Connersville High School, where she served as captain of the girls' varsity swim team for 2 years and was a member of National Honor Society. Having recently completed her freshman year at IU East, Morgan was named to the Dean's List for both semesters and was also a member of both the Botany Club and the Pre-Professionals Club. Additionally, she also elected to and served as the secretary of the student government. Currently employed as a vet and kennel assistant at Connersville Veterinary Clinic, in her free time, Morgan enjoys walking her dog Goose, sewing, hammocking, and playing card games with her family. Contestant number 5, Morgan Keaffaber.
Contestant number 6, Victoria Caldwell, sponsored by Wolf Creek Farms Accounting. Victoria? Victoria, your question is, if you could have one wish, what would it be?
If I could have one wish, it would be that teachers get higher pay because they're extremely underpaid for the hard work and the education that they provide. Thank you.
The daughter of Scott and Jennifer Caldwell, 18-year-old Victoria is a 2022 Heartland Homeschool graduate who recently completed her freshman year at Ivy Tech Community College. While in high school, Victoria was a member of the Encore Choir Club and the FFA, where she held several offices, including reporter, president, and district secretary. In addition to serving as a junior leader, adult volunteer, and assisting current 4-H members with their projects and demonstrations, Victoria also enjoys reading, writing, crocheting, and working on her family's farm. Contestant number 6, Victoria Caldwell.
Contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger, sponsored by Dr. Laura Marszalek. Kaylee? Kaylee, your question is, what qualities do you look for in a best friend?
The qualities that I look for in a best friend is someone who is kind, loyal, and brutally honest, because someone needs to tell me when I do not look good in an outfit. Thank you.
17-year-old Kaylee is the daughter of Kyle and Elizabeth Hauger. Currently working as a lifeguard at the Connersville Park Pool, this fall, Kaylee will be entering her senior year at Connersville High School, where she will be actively involved in National Honor Society, French Honor Society, Class Council, and FFA. A varsity cheerleader for 2 years, Kaylee was also awarded Academic All-Conference. When not cheering on the Spartans, some of Kaylee's other hobbies include working with her pigs and goats, snorkeling and scuba diving, and spending time with her family and friends. Contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger.
So, now that impromptu question is over, I guarantee those ladies are breathing a sigh of relief in the back, but didn't they do an amazing job answering those questions? If you think that's not hard, come up and try it, because they did a great job. Tell us, do you remember, while I'm putting this away, tell us, do you remember what your question was, and then what was your answer to that question?
Actually, I had flashbacks. I had the same question as Harlee up there, which was asking what your definition of success was or what constitutes success. And I said something along the lines of how the definition of success was different for everyone, but for me, mine was helping anyone and every person I met in any way possible, even if that was in a little way or a big way.
I would say that was a good answer, and I would say that you're following through on that, right? She's making a difference and helping people, whether it's children or adults. She is definitely making a difference. Because I know you mentioned that your major was criminology and criminal justice. What do you want to do with that then when you get that degree?
That's a great question. I'm up in my head. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to go law or either way. I know that something I'm very passionate about is capital punishment, which is a little controversial, but I just want to see changes in the criminal justice system in whatever job I follow through with, as long as I can be that person to make those changes and make an impact, then that's what I want to be.
Then that's success, right? So yes, again, following through on your answer to that question. Excellent. Now, while the girls are changing into their evening and formal wear, there are some people that are very special that I have to thank. I don't want to forget to recognize them. Putting on, do you realize that we have the oldest free fair in the state of Indiana? The oldest free fair in the state of Indiana. That is awesome. Yes, please applaud those efforts, because I can tell you that it is not a small task to put on. Well, and let's face it, we are the best fair in the state of Indiana. No offense, other queens, but we are the best. But putting this fair on is a year-long task. And so we have some very special people that I would like to recognize that put in hours and hours of time and dedication to making that week that we all come to and enjoy, and we think it just miraculously falls into place. They need to be recognized. So please, Fair Board members, as I recognize you, if you would do one of two things for me. You can either A, give me your best queen wave, or you can just stand up and we'll show you our appreciation. We have Fair Board President, Mr. Daryl Russell, and I saw him, I thought. Is he back in the back, maybe? Might have slipped out. Is Daryl back there? Shy. Good thing you didn't have to answer an impromptu question, right? Give your best queen wave, Daryl. Look at that queen wave. There it is, folks. You're president of the Fair Board. We have Vice President, Mr. Danny Hood. I have not seen Danny. I don't believe he is here this evening. We have Treasurer, Mrs. Kinsey Price. Kinsey. Secretary is Mrs. Amy Siler. I'm going to come back to her in just a minute. Someone's getting a call. The Directors at Large, Mr. Larry Garrett. Larry, are you here? Mr. Dale Munson. And Mrs. Gail Grubbs. And again, I'm going to come back to Gail here in just a minute as well. On the Building and Grounds Committee, we have Mr. Bruce Ritter. I did see him. Yes, Bruce, thank you. Mr. Chuck Nobby. And then Mr. Bruce Price. So again, please, you see these people out in the community. Like I said, it is a year-long effort. They put in hours and hours. They go to conventions. They talk to other fair boards. They visit other fairs. They're always trying to improve our fair, whether it's from the entertainment and the events to the vendors to the livestock buildings and grounds. They are making those improvements. They are making those changes, and it really is a year-long task. I would also be amiss if I left off our fair secretary. She's probably not here tonight. It's Mrs. Beth Murphy. But if you come to the fair and stop in the fair office, Beth will be the friendly face that you see. She does an amazing job of taking messages, getting them to the fair board so that problems can be handled efficiently. And so again, if you see her out, please give her a high five and a thanks as well. Now, I told you that I was going to come back to Amy and Gail. Are they back there? Kinsey, can you see if Amy and Gail can just put their heads in here for a second? The reason that I wanted to come back to these two ladies is because Amy and Gail are the coordinators of this contest. So from day one, they arranged and scheduled all of the call-out meetings. They have recruited. They have made all of the adjustments for the contest. And so I'm sure they're back there right now, zipping a zipper or snapping a snap or buttoning a button as these girls change into their formals and their evening wear. But at some point in time, oh, here's Gail. There they come. All right, girls, best queen wave. Give them a round of applause. Amy and Gail, Thank you so much for all that you've done for the contest, for the contestants, and for the fair in general. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Now, another key component to our contest would be the judges. Now, I will tell you that one judge is not here this evening. She had something come up, and so she was not able to make it at the last minute. But we do have a fabulous judge with us, and so Raegan, would you do the honors of introducing our judge, please?
Our lovely judge today is Carrie Rosenberger. Carrie is a member of the Union County Fair Queen Committee and has been for 22 years. She was a 10-year 4-H member in Union County, and she currently works as a program director for Center Stone's Children's Trauma Grant. Carrie lives in Bath, Indiana with her husband and daughter.
Give her a warm round of applause. Thank you, Carrie. We appreciate it. Finally, I would ask you to just take a quick second and look through your program at all of the wonderful sponsors who have donated and contributed to the Queen Contest. We have the Connersville News Examiner, City TV 3, Central Tees, Lisa Copeland, Sherwood Graphic Printing and Design, Foles Flooring, Wholesale Carpets, Clark's Flower Shop, and the Balloonatic Ballet, who provided our backdrop. Please give them a round of applause, and if you see them out in the community, please thank them as well. Without those businesses and sponsors, this would not be possible, the fair would not be possible, and do you realize that we are entering our 121st Fayette County Free Fair? So like I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and please do the same. I'm getting the thumbs up that the evening gowns and the formals are on, and we are ready to go. So, please help me welcome back contestant number 1, Harlee Dunaway, sponsored by Daniel Girls Farmhouse Restaurant. Harlee?
A 21st Century Scholar and Indiana College Corps Award recipient, while in high school, Harlee also earned awards for academic excellence and both Best Mental Attitude and Most Valuable Player in soccer. A 10-year 4-H member and junior leader, Harlee has served as both the Sheep and Rabbit Ambassador and was named as a recipient of the I Dare You Award. Harlee's future plans include attending Indiana University East to major in nursing, with an end goal of one day becoming a neonatal nurse practitioner. Contestant number 1, Harlee Dunaway.
Contestant number 2, Grace Kelly, sponsored by Kappa. Grace?
A Whitewater Career Center construction tech graduate, Grace has maintained honor roll status for 3 years and is also a 3-year recipient of the Best Mental Attitude Award for volleyball. In addition to being a student representative at WCC, she was also named Student of the Month. Grace is currently employed as a lifeguard at the Connersville Park Pool in the Quakertown Marina. Upon graduating from high school, Grace plans to take a job as a construction management apprentice with Dean Construction to continue pursuing learning more about commercial construction. Contestant number 2, Grace Kelly.
Contestant number 3, Abby Badore, sponsored by Pavey's Country Store. Abby?
Currently working as the manager of the Connersville Park Pool and working part-time in the auditor's office. In her spare time, Abby also enjoys doing biological research, golfing, hiking, camping, reading, and playing softball. From tutoring and coaching to ringing the bell for the Salvation Army or helping with the local cemetery cleanup, Abby loves volunteering. Upon returning to Hanover this fall, she plans to finish her undergraduate degree, obtain a minor in business, and then apply to the physical therapy program with an ultimate goal of one day owning her own practice and opening a clinic to offer assistance to those without health insurance. Contestant number 3, Abby Badore.
Contestant number 4, Eden Judd, sponsored by Union Savings and Loan. Eden?
A 2-time National Dance Alliance All-American Dancer, a 4-time Best Mental Attitude Award winner, a National Choral Award, and I-Star recipient. While in high school, Eden was also selected as a Rising Star of Indiana and voted MVP of her Spartanettes dance team. Currently employed at Daniel Girls Farmhouse Restaurant in Kona Ice. In her free time, Eden enjoys playing guitar and piano, singing, playing pickleball, and spending time with her nieces. This fall, Eden plans to attend the University of Indianapolis, where as a member of the Honors College, she will be pursuing a degree in exercise science for occupational therapy and dancing with the Indianapolis Crimsonet dance team. Contestant number 4, Eden Judd.
Contestant number 5, Morgan Keaffaber, sponsored by the Connersville Veterinary Clinic. Morgan?
A 10-year member of 4-H, an I-Star recipient, and an Eli Lilly Scholarship finalist. Some of Morgan's other most notable accomplishments include winning Grand Champion of the Cat Show 2 times, Grand Champion Sewing Wearable 2 times, and Grand Champion Sewing Non-Wearable 3 times. This fall, Morgan plans to continue pursuing her undergraduate degree in biology at IU East. Upon obtaining her undergraduate degree, Morgan plans to attend veterinary school and then return to her hometown to join the family business. Contestant number 5, Morgan Keaffaber.
Contestant number 6, Victoria Caldwell, sponsored by Wolf Creek Farms Accounting. Victoria?
A 10-year 4-H member and junior leader, some of Victoria's most notable accomplishments include receiving the DeKalb Scholarship, being awarded the Indiana Farm Bureau 10-Year Member Award, and competing in the Master Showman contest. Additionally, Victoria served as president of the Posey Peppers 4-H Club for 2 years and earned an FFA District Champion in speech. Currently employed at Little Spartans Preschool, Victoria hopes to continue working as a teaching assistant while pursuing her degree in elementary education. Ultimately, she hopes to become a preschool teacher and have the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of young children and their families. Contestant number 6, Victoria Caldwell.
Contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger, sponsored by Dr. Laura Marszalek. Kaylee?
Being named the 2022 Fayette County Free Fair Supreme Showman, earning her FFA Hoosier degree, and winning several district awards for her goat production proficiency and animal science demonstrations, Kaylee has also won multiple 4-H Grand Champions with her goats and pigs. An honor roll student every semester, upon graduating from high school, Kaylee hopes to attend Butler University to pursue a career as a physician's assistant, specializing in rheumatology. In addition to having a successful career, Kaylee hopes to one day have her own family and raise pigs and goats on her farm. Contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger.
All right, while we're waiting for the ladies to kind of regroup, we're going to bring them back in one last time. But there are 2 gentlemen that I would like to recognize. So Raegan, would you do the honors of introducing our escorts for this evening, please?
Our first escort over there, a recent graduate of CHS, 18-year-old Cody, is the son of Kyle and Elizabeth Hauger. While in high school, Cody was a member of the National Honor Society and the CHS track and field team. He also played varsity football and was awarded the Best Mental Attitude Award. In addition to being a 10-year 4-H member and in his spare time, he enjoys watching NFL football and golfing with friends. This fall, Cody will be attending Ball State University to pursue a degree in exercise science.
Cody, give them your best queen wave or your thumbs up. There you go.
Our second escort, 16-year-old Cole, is the son of Mike and Rochelle Butts. This fall, he will be entering his junior year at CHS, where he plans to be a member of the track and field team. An Academic Excellence Award winner, Cole also enjoys participating in 4-H and golfing. Upon graduating from high school, Cole plans to become an accountant.
Cole, same thing, best queen wave or a high five. There you go. Give them a round of applause. They've done a great job tonight. So, Cody, you want to stick your head back there and see if the girls are ready to come back in? We're going to bring all of the contestants back in so that the judge can have one final look. And then, judge, when you're ready, you can just kind of pack up and retire to your quarters, but we'll bring those ladies in. Give them a warm round of applause as we come back in. Harlee, lead the way. Here you have it, folks, your 7 lovely contestants for the 2023 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen. Okay, ladies, you can breathe a sigh of relief, right? So we are going to let them dismiss and give them another round of applause. Kaylee, if you want to escort them off, and we can go back and retire and cool down for a little bit, and we'll be bringing them back out in just a second. We are going to take a brief intermission. We'll be joining you back here in just a few minutes to announce the 2023 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen. All right, as you're making your way to your seats, I'm going to ask you to welcome back in our 7 lovely contestants. Harlee, lead the way. Bring the ladies back in. Give them another round of applause as they make their way back in. So before we crown the queen, I'm going to ask you to help me welcome Carrie Piper, Mrs. Carrie Piper, to the stage. Carrie is going to present our Miss Congeniality Award on behalf of the Business and Professional Women's Association.
Hello. So before the contest tonight, I went backstage and asked all of the girls if they knew what Miss Congeniality meant to them. And they all had really great responses, because each and every one of them is very deserving of this award. It was hard to make them decide, but they voted tonight. And what I always tell the girls when they're voting is I want them to choose the person that they know the little kids of our community would look up to. And especially now that we have the little Miss Princess Fayette County, they will be looking up to Miss Congeniality and the Queens. And so on behalf of the Connersville Business and Professional Women, I would like to present Miss Congeniality to Eden Judd. And she gets a wonderful photo album, old school style, to keep all of your pictures in.
Your Miss Congeniality Award winner, Eden Judd. And again, Carrie, thank you so much, and thank you to the Business and Professional Women's Association. Year after year, they sponsor this award, and I know all of these girls would have been most deserving of that award, because when I said that they cheered each other on this week, they truly did, and it was so neat to see them support each other and cheer each other on. So now, girls, it's just a little bit longer, but again, per tradition, I'm going to ask you to help me bring back the reigning 2022 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen, Miss Raegan Mullins. Raegan. A bittersweet event. Raegan will be giving her farewell speech and taking that final walk.
Walk in the middle, get my spotlight for the last time. As the sun sets on my journey, representing Fayette County as your Free Fair Queen, it is my honor to take these final few moments to communicate how profoundly this experience has impacted me. Last year, when I was in the shoes of the wonderful women you have come to support today, I was a completely different person. I was still the passionate and kind person that I pride myself on being today, but I certainly didn't have as much confidence in myself as I should have had. With that being said, there's no denying that competing in last year's contest was not just a small step out of my comfort zone, but an enormous leap. A leap that I hold close to me as one of the best decisions I have ever made. Without it, there would be so many lessons that I would have missed out on. I would have missed out on discovering a new passion of mine to work to represent my community in the best way possible. I would have missed out on learning just how important 4-H and the county fair is to our youth and the future of Fayette County. And I would have missed out on meeting and connecting with all of the wonderful people who have helped me find myself. Thanks to all of you, I am coming out of my reign as a version of myself that the young, struggling girl I once was never dreamed of seeing. I am a more brave, more ambitious, and more confident woman. I am confident that my grandma, who encouraged me to take advantage of this opportunity, is smiling down on me. I am confident that my friends and family who could witness my reign are proud of my efforts, and I am confident that I've impacted my community in Fayette County and encouraged them to do what they think is impossible. Most importantly, I am confident that any of these strong and driven women will be able to fill my shoes in this insanely, seriously, insanely heavy crown with ease. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for not only giving me this opportunity, but giving me your unwavering support and belief in not only my title of Fayette County Fair Queen, but in me, Raegan. While my time as queen is officially coming to a close, my commitment to guarantee Fayette County is a place we can all be proud of is far from over. Thank you.
So Raegan, take that final walk, give those final waves. Again, your reigning 2022 Miss Fayette County Free Fair Queen, Raegan Mullins. All right, ladies, take a deep breath. Raegan, would you like to get the second runner-up sash and goodies? The second runner-up of your 2023 Fayette County Free Fair Queen Contest, contestant number 1, Harlee Dunaway. Second runner-up, contestant number 1, Harlee Dunaway, sponsored by Danville Girls Farmhouse Restaurant. The first runner-up of the 2023 Fayette County Free Fair Queen Contest, contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger. First runner-up, contestant number 7, Kaylee Hauger, sponsored by Dr. Laura Marszalek. And now, the moment that you have all been waiting for. The queen of the 2023 Fayette County Free Fair. Contestant number 3, Abby Badore, sponsored by Pavey's Country Store. Abby, take your first walk as the queen of the 2023 Fayette County Free Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Badore, sponsored by Pavey's Country Store. Again, many congratulations to all of these outstanding young ladies and role models. This concludes our contest for this evening. On behalf of myself and all of those involved with the fair, thank you for your attendance this evening and your patience. We wish you happiness, blessings, and traveling mercies as you return home, and we hope to see you at the fair, July 29th through August 5th. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.